Welcome back to the Garden Hutch. Today we're going to discuss the first fall frost of 2022. Before we get into that, I would just like to say if you have the time, go ahead and do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping us out. And hit the little thumbs up button. It just helps us get our stuff recommended to other folks. With that out of the way, let's get going. So I think today we're going to start up here in the top garden. The old garden doesn't really have anything that we should worry about being frozen, so all they have is the potato buckets, and those are coming out soon anyway. So before we begin, I did want to go ahead and throw this up here. You can check that out, and it'll kind of show you what all of the plants look like. We went ahead and put a tour in our vlog this week. That way we had sort of a, like a reference point for whenever the freeze came. So with all that being said, let's step back here in the top garden and see what it looks like this morning. She loves this weather here. I don't know what it is. As soon as it starts getting cool, Ray wants outside to frolic. All right, so let's just make this pretty quick since we're going to be doing a few updates on the garden this week. So right now, the carrots, they look like they've actually made it through here pretty well. You can kind of tell, I don't know if you can see the contrast there, but you can see the frost on the compost. But the carrots, they seem to be doing pretty well. But the first thing I noticed was the greens, they're a little droopy. If you're new to this, the greens will do that. If they get a little bit of a frost on them, they're going to droop. As soon as the sun hits them, they pick up pretty good. So you can see these larger carrots over here. They look a little not happy to be out here, but let's face it, I think if I was outside in the frost, I'd probably be a bit droopy too. But as the sun hits, these guys should go ahead and pick up. And what I'll do is I'll come back through and do a second round this afternoon when the sun hits them, and we'll see what they look like then. You can see the radishes as well. They're just a bit droopy. Look at the size of some of these. This will be the next row coming out. Those dudes are beautiful. In fact, I might go ahead and take them out as soon as the sun hits them. I would like to say this real quick. Whenever there's a frost, we always say pick first thing in the morning, right? Anytime you have a frost, before you pick, especially salad greens, let the sun hit them, thaw them, and perk them up beforehand, or they do have an issue of kind of getting a little flimsy when you go to eat them, and nobody likes, like a flimsy salad. So make sure you let the sun hit them and they'll come back and be nice and crunchy. And then this basil doesn't seem like it was affected much, but it's already sort of in its seeding behavior. So, the stalks and stuff have gotten substantially thicker. This is what we're really worried about. And oh wow, the leaves are crispy. All right, so the freeze absolutely hit these guys. So I'm not sure. I've been told that as they mature, sometimes they will do better. So it wasn't like a really hard freeze. It got to 28 or so. You had like a thin layer of ice on the chicken water and that kind of stuff, but nothing major.
This one, you got frostbitten.
Yeah, is it pretty hard?
They're kind of crunchy.
Oh yeah, look, you can see if we can get that in the light. Yeah, it's got frost on the tops of it. And the thing of it is the tops, right? This is where you can see that's where the new growth comes. So it's the most fragile of all of them, the most tender, and it's probably the ones that won't do the most. But the thing that's a little frustrating about this is we got this frost, and I think tonight's going to have another one. But after that, I think we're back in the 80s with lows in the mid 40s for at least a couple weeks. So that would have given our tomatoes time to actually ripen on the plant. But that's okay. After the year we had, I'm not going to complain too much about the cool temperatures. And we'll wrap this bed up here, or this garden, I'm sorry, up with the beets. And in my experience, beets do really well in the cold. So far, they look like they have. We'll see this afternoon when we come out. So the sun is now out and the temperatures are there, low 60s, I believe. As of the time of this video, it is 61 and the high for the day today. So let's take a look around and see what the difference are. We'll start at the same place. You can see down here, look at that. Those carrots, yeah, they easily made it. They are, looking really good. All right, I'm really happy with this, and as you can see over here, we saw these just a second ago and they were all sad, and now they are looking good. You can tell the turnip greens, they snap back, and they will, you know, through almost everything. Depends on how cold it gets, I suppose, but the radishes, they look good. See, even the lettuces are looking really good. But now we're gonna get over here to the sad part. The basil, see how freeze. Well, we knew this was gonna happen, but it's still kind of sad to see it. Look at this poor fella here drooping from the very tops, and all of the leaves, they're just almost mush. So we'll have to throw all of these guys to the chickens when we pull them out. But again, look at how nice these beets are. They look, it's almost like they look better now than they did before the freeze, which is kind of weird. And our beautiful Romas. Ooh. But, you know, I think it's nice to have a before and after. Now we're going to head up and take a look at the morning with the frost on the pallet garden. I wanted to come up here and show you, it's a little bit more evident up here, the kind of frost that we had. You can tell it's not like a major freeze. Dude, I'm talking over here, man. As I was saying, you can see there's a frost, but it's not like a major freeze or anything. The mulch and stuff, you can still move it around with your foot, so it's not all together or anything like it will be, whenever it's down in the 20s and such. So, but anyway, let's take a look in here. Really, all we have in here are the peppers and tomatoes, and none of those enjoy the frost. So this is a major contributor to why we haven't had tomatoes the last few days. Looks as though somebody has decided to forego protocols.
Excuse me, get out.
Come on. All right, so let's go take a look. Oh yeah, this guy's looking pretty sad. Look at this. Yeah, and you can see it hit it pretty good. Let's see if I can put my fingers on it, and you can. Yeah, it's the frost hit these guys pretty good. And peppers don't really like the cold anyway. That's why, the seeds, they don't really start germinating until it's warm, that sort of thing. But as a juxtaposition here, I just wanted to show these guys, and then again we'll show this one like we did the other one whenever the sun hits it. But now these cayenne peppers, they will probably die off. What I'm hoping for, I was going to pull the chard that's back there. I'll show more of that this afternoon, but what I'm hoping is these cayennes die out, and maybe that chard, we can have a little bit of it to go with our salads for the next few weeks after we get the cayenne peppers out of there. So, and then after the chicken vacated the tomatoes, I think it's safe to say that this guy is pretty much done. Cherry tomatoes, they're the most prolific as far as, I would even say weight, really, at least for us anyway. We get more cherry tomatoes than any other tomato. And that's not just by number, of course, that's by actual weight. So I am really proud of what these Sweet Millions did this year. It looks like they may have run their course, and even if they live, that's fine. The chickens have found a way to get up here. They just jump right up here on these vines and get right in the middle. So what I did was, I should have taken these and put them, tied them up on the stakes. I didn't, because it was 100 degrees, and I thought maybe the canopy would help keep the compost from drying out. So it did. It actually, obviously you can tell it lived, but all it did was give our chickens access to the tomatoes. So now let's go out here and see what happened to our peppers and tomatoes in the pallet garden. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, see? I'll pull one of these leaves off here so we can kind of see it. You can tell that they're nothing but mush. You squeeze them, all of the water comes out of the leaves. So these guys are done. But that's fine. Actually, the pallet garden, it's actually good in a way, because it's time to kind of get these guys prepped, because this is where our spring gardens will go. So these pallet beds, you know, they'll be planted as early as February. So getting them cleaned up and these plants out of here, that's a bonus for us. I do want to show this though, the chard. You can see, oh, if I get out of the sun, you can see. But the chard has done superbly. So I'll pull these cayennes out and maybe we'll get a few more weeks of Swiss chard to add to our salads. But with that being said, oh no, it's sad to see, like, all these green tomatoes. I know I said earlier that we had gotten a bunch of them so it wouldn't be terrible, but you know, it is kind of a gut punch. No more fresh tomatoes for the year, but that's okay. That's part of the cycle. Well, as always, we appreciate everyone sticking around here till the end of the video. I hope you all enjoy seeing the before and after of the freeze. It was kind of interesting to put out there, and we're going to try to do more of these videos as the channel continues on to sort of document the experiences and what happens before and after certain things. But I think that's about all I can ramble for today. So anyway, until next time, I hope that all you folks take care of yourselves. Peace.